Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga BodEase. My name is Lindsay and I will be guiding you on your practice today. We're going to be focusing on a leg-driven practice, so we're going to bring some heat into the lower body, all while simultaneously relaxing the upper body, so releasing tension in our shoulders and our neck. For class today, you won't need anything except your strong, amazing self. But if you would like option to use some blocks that can help make some poses more accessible, and maybe a strap or a towel as well for when we get into some of the shoulder stretches. Alrighty, go ahead and meet me at the top of your mat. Let's begin. Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel your heels press into the floor, your lower back relax down, and your shoulders to melt. We're just going to breathe here. Take a big inhale up from the ground through your heels. Exhale, release all the way down the front of your body. Soften your ribs, soften your knees. 2 more. Inhale up from your heels. Grow nice and tall. Exhale, release the front of your body. Last big inhale here. Big breath in. Exhale, let everything else go as you arrive in the space. Uttasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Melt down to the floor. Halfway lift. Inhale, press into your shins. Elongate your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, press into your heels, grow nice and tall all the way to the top. Exhale, cactus your arms. Melt back down, hinging through your hips. Hold here for a moment. Let your head be nice and heavy, let your arms melt. Option to have a little soft bend in your knees as well. Friendly reminder that this isn't about what the pose looks like. You can be all the way up here, or all the way down here. We're looking for feelings. Yeah. Take one last inhale wherever you are. Exhale, Anjayasana, low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Lower your knee down, untuck your toe. Inhale, lift your hands high. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Hold. Now we're going to work on making this an active stretch. So I want you to feel your left glute squeezing as it helps to press your hip gently forward. And now ground into your front right heel. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, I want you to pull your feet towards one another energetically. It's going to bring fire into the front and back leg. Keep your shoulders soft here. 2 more deep breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, pull your feet towards one another, fire up your low body. Last breath in. Exhale, tabletop position. Return your hands to the floor, step your foot back, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, cat-cow. Inhale, round through your spine, gaze comes to your navel. Exhale, pull your heart forward. Inhale, press into the floor, rounding through your spine, tucking your tailbone in. Exhale, pull your wrist towards your knees. 2 more, opening up through your spine. Big inhale, round. Exhale to pull through. Final set, inhale to press up. Exhale, return to tabletop position. Anjayasana, side 2. Bring your left foot forward, keep your right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Hold. Same thing as we did on side 1. We're going to make this active and bring heat into your legs. Feel your right glute squeezing as you allow your hip to gently inch forwards. Find the pressure through your front heel and then pull your feet towards one another. That will help square off your hips. You might notice that you lift a little bit. That's okay. Work with your breath to lean into the stretch and opening sensation running through the front of your hip. Give yourself one last full breath cycle in. Exhale, release. Tabletop position, coming back to all fours, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We'll take a chest opener and shoulder stretch. Right hand, inhale as you lift towards the sky, twisting from your navel up. Exhale, thread underneath your opposite arm. Release your head to the mat, hold. Focus on gently pulling your right hip back. You're going to feel the stretch all the way from your mid-back to your shoulder. Maybe you even gently press the back of your palm into the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Big twist, open up your chest. Exhale, return to all fours. Side two, left hand. Inhale as you sweep up, open up your chest. Exhale, thread the needle, left hand under right. Gently let your head fall to the mat, hold. Focusing on softly pulling your left hip back. Maybe you apply a little bit of pressure into the back of your palm. Breathe into the stretch sensation from your mid-back to your shoulder. One last inhale. And pressing all the way back, open up your chest. And we'll return to all fours, down dog. Tuck your toes behind you, press your hips up and back, and just hold. This might be your first down dog of the day. I want you to just feel for a moment. Wrap your triceps underneath, lift your hips up and back, and then drive your heels down into the floor. They may or may not touch. That is a-okay. Know that you can always have a nice bend in your knees as well. Give yourself one more deep breath in. Full exhale out as you focus on pressing the floor away. Gently ground your heels. Warrior one, right foot. Inhale, lift your right foot forward. Exhale, spin your left foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, cactus your arms and hold right here. Just breathe. I want you to feel your left glute squeezing. Your front knee is going to be stacked right over top of your ankle. Keep your gaze at the ceiling and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Puff open your chest and your heart. One last big inhale. Exhale, release your arms, warrior two. Pivot your hips, turn your back foot so it is a parallel. Bring your gaze forward and hold. Your front heel can be in line with your heel or the mid-step of your back toe. I want you to focus on squaring off through your hips. Gaze comes forward. This is going to bring lots of heat into the front of your thigh. Take one last inhale in. Exhale, release your arms, keep the legs, clasp your hands behind your back. Gaze comes forward, hold. If your hands do not clasp, this is where you can always grab a towel. I want you to feel your hands connecting, reach them down to the floor as you gently try to pull them apart. It's going to help open up your chest even further. Take one more deep breath in. I know your legs are heating up. Exhale, release, forward fold. Turn your toes in slightly. Keep your hands clasped together at the back. Hinge through your hips and melt forward, allowing your hands to sprinkle down, keeping them clasped together. Option to have your palms connected or to have them open, whatever feels best in your body. Know that you can always have a generous bend in your knees here. Tune into your breath. I want you to focus on really lifting your sit bones high, keeping your spine nice and long. Let your shoulders and hands be heavy. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale, gently release the bind with your hands. Runner's lunge, right foot. Gently walk your hands to the top of your mat. Lunge down and hold right here. Knees right over top of your ankle. Your shoulders are going to gently pull back and down. I want you to feel a long line of energy stretching and reaching out through your back leg. Take a few more deep breaths here. I want you to really focus in on the power in your front leg. Drive down through your heel. Tree pose. Inhale, press into your front heel. Use your exhale to drive all the way to the top, lifting your foot to your inner thigh. Hold. Now, option, you can always reach down for your leg and bring it a little bit higher in. We'll stay hands to heart center. Know that your foot can connect on your inner thigh or your lower shin. We just don't want any pressure on our knees. Holding here, feeling strong, tall. Tune into all those little micro movements and adjustments in your feet. If you're looking for additional balance challenge, you can always close down your eyes here. Feel every wiggle, every wobble. If you fall, no worries. You can come right back in. Shoulders stay soft. We'll take our final inhale together. Exhale, gently release your foot down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, melting down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melting down, down dog. Plant your hands to the floor, step yourself back. Hold. All 10 fingers press into the floor and away. Gently wrap your triceps underneath. Connect your lower ribs into your core and then gently encourage your heels to the floor. Again, you can always have a nice big bend in your knees. We'll find all of those stretches on side 2. Warrior 1, left side. Inhale, lift your left foot to the top of your mat. Exhale, spin your right foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, cactus and hold. Knees right over top of your ankle. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze and hug together as it lifts your heart high. Can you feel your right hip bone turning towards the front of your mat as you work on squaring your hips? Continue to breathe into your chest. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, release your arms, warrior 2. Pivot your back foot to a flat angle. Open up your hands. Gaze comes forward. Hold. Feel your hips be nice and square and level. Let your shoulders melt down your back and then fiercely reach your hands out as you drive into your front heel. Slowly release your hands down. We'll take a clasp behind your back. Option here is you can always grab hold of a towel. If your fingers are interlaced, I want you to reach down and then gently pull your fingertips apart from one another. It's going to really help to open up your chest nice and long through your spine. I know the legs are heating up. Take one last big breath in. Exhale, release, push into your front leg. Forward fold, this time toes out, heels in. Clasp your hands together. Hinge through your hips and melt down. Hold. Again, palms of your hands can be together or they can be apart, whatever feels best on your body. Knees can always have a nice soft bend. Remember, this isn't about what it looks like, it's about how it feels. So I want you to really feel for the opening in your chest, letting your arms and shoulders be heavy, and then reach your sit bones up towards the ceiling. That's going to help really open up the backs of your legs. One last inhale. Exhale, gently with control, release your arms, runner's lunge. Walk yourself to the front of your mat, bend into your left knee, extend right long, powerfully behind you, and hold. All right, so your left knee is right over top of your ankle. I want you to feel your right heel driving back behind you with all of your toes rooted into the floor. Keep your shoulders soft. Really focus in on the power in your front leg. We're going to use that power to drive up. Take one last inhale. Stay for your whole exhale. Tree pose. Inhale, drive into your front leg. Stand all the way up. And then connect your foot to your inner thigh. Hands to heart center. Option to grab hold of your foot and encourage it up a little bit higher. Know that your foot can always live on your shin as well, or your upper thigh, but just not on your knee, because we love our knees. They do lots for us, yeah? Melt your shoulders. Begin to tune into all the micro sensations in your feet. This side's gonna be different. And I want you to welcome in wiggling, wobbling, maybe even stepping or falling out. That's okay. It's all part of the growing process. Keep your shoulders soft, your navel gently hugging into your spine as you get nice and tall and proud. Give yourself one more full inhale in. And exhale, gently release down. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, hinge through your hips, sprinkle down. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to shins, long spine. Exhale, melting down. Chair pose, inhale, sweep your arms down, send your butt back, hands to heart center, and hold right here. So your feet are hip width distance apart. Knees are tracking right over top of your second toes. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down, gently squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Now, option to keep this whole neck series forward, or you can layer on a twist. Take one last inhale. Exhale, spiral. Right elbow to left knee, hold. Now I want you to focus in like you're trying to lift your elbow off of your knee, finding length through your spine. Revolved runner's lunge. Lift your right heel high and then gently stepping back with control. Land and hold. Whew. There might be some wiggles and wobbles, and that is a-okay. Keeping your front knee driving down. Inhale to rotate your spine. Exhale, find some length. One last big breath in. Exhale, revolved moon pose. Option to use your blocks here, or you can take your hand down to the floor, lift your left foot high, transition the weight into your front foot, and reach your back leg high. Hold. There's going to be lots of heat into your standing leg. Take a big breath in. Use your exhale to reach your toe back and away from you. One more full breath in here. Exhale, see if you can twist and spiral. Maybe your gaze comes to the ceiling. And gently release down, forward fold, sprinkling your hands to the mat, wiggling out through your legs. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus your arms, forward fold, hinge through your hips and release down. Hold. Pedaling out through your legs, whatever feels good. We'll come into side two, chair pose. Send your butt back, sweep your arms down, bring your hands to your heart, hold right here. Shoulders are down. Zero expectations for side two. Let this be an entirely new experience. Hold here. Knees in line with your toes, your hips are level, your core is engaged, your shoulders are relaxed and soft. And we'll take our spiral, left elbow to right knee, hold. Now, if they don't connect, that's okay. Just focus on energetically bringing them towards one another. Keep your spine nice and long here. Revolved high lunge. Go ahead and lift your left heel high. Step your foot back. Hold. Ooh. Continue to welcome in the heat into your front leg. Drive your heel down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, really reach back through your left leg. One last breath here. Exhale, revolved half moon. Go ahead and press into your front foot option, hand to floor or hand to block. Pressing into the ground, hold. I really want you to focus in on your base of support. So that is your foot. I want you to feel your heel drive down into the floor. Reach your left leg long back behind you and then spiral your heart upwards. Maybe you even bring your gaze to the ceiling. Inhale in. Exhale to spiral. One last big breath in. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your feet to the floor. Let yourself melt down. Maybe even pedal out through your feet. Amazing work. Let your head be nice and heavy. We'll sweep up to the top. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hold. Just standing here for a moment, noticing all of the heat, fire, and strength in your legs. Feel yourself connected to the ground. One last inhale. Exhale, release your hands, spinal roll down. Let your head be nice and heavy. It will lead the way. We'll meet in an easy seat, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Come to your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. If you'd like to grab hold of your strap as an option, please grab hold of it. We'll move into our shoulder stretches for the day. Go ahead and take your right hand up. You can always use your strap here. Lift your right arm high and then bend at the elbow. Take your left hand back behind you, finding your strap. Hold. Now, if you don't need to use your strap, you can leave it off to the side. And I want you to focus on trying to get your hands to touch one another. Keeping your chest nice and open. Whoop. Feel your rib cage rooting in. And give yourself one more big breath. Exhale, gently release. If you're using the strap, you can keep it in your right hand, switch it over to your left, and we'll find side two. Left hand's gonna reach behind your back. Right hand goes underneath. Fingertips touch. Maybe your hands can even clasp together. Focus on sitting up nice and tall, so feeling those two little bony parts in your seat. Get nice and tall, growing up and out of the mat. And then root your lower ribs down and in. Take one last breath in. Exhale, slowly release. We're gonna come into Gomukhasana, cow face. If this pose doesn't work for you, know that you can always stay right here in easy seat and take the arm variations with us. Coming into all fours. From all fours, take your right foot, cross it over top of your left, and then gently sit back. Your heels are going to be in towards your seat. If you're looking for more of a stretch, you can always walk them out further. Sitting up nice and tall, your knees are stacked in one line. We'll add on some eagle arms. Extend your arms out long, left arm underneath your right, and then wrap your hands so palms come to touch. Hold. If the wrap doesn't work for you, know that you can always give yourself a big giant hug that's going to help open up the same muscles here. Breathe. On your next inhale, see if you can lift your hands up slightly, keeping your shoulders relaxed and down your back. On your next exhale, I'm going to invite you to slowly release, untangle your arms, come back to all fours, and we'll switch sides. Side two, go ahead and take your left foot over top of your right. Send your butt back, knees stack in line. Option to have your feet closer into your seat or farther away, whatever's going to serve you. Let's layer our arms. Hands out to the side. This time we're going to take the right hand underneath the left, crossing them underneath one another. Palms come to touch. Option, you can always go into your hug as well. Now in this pose, we are tightly bound. So this is gonna constrict a little bit of blood flow in your body, but when we gently release, it's gonna send a surge of fresh oxygen, fresh blood. It's gonna really help to detox your body, help you ground. On your next inhale, see if you can lift your hands up slightly. Keep your shoulders soft and down. One last big breath in. Exhale, gently release your hands. Ooh, I can already feel that blood flow coming back. We'll come into all fours once again. Untangle your legs. Toe pose. Tuck your toes underneath you and come to seated position. This is what you'll look like. If this is really uncomfortable on your feet, know that you can always lower down, or you can come into easy seat as well. This toe tuck is going to help open up the back of your feet, which is going to open up your entire legs and back chain of your body, coming all the way up and into your neck. Speaking of neck, it is where we're going next. I want you to reach your right hand out to the side, and then gently let your head fall over to the left. Ooh, we hold so much tension here. So we're going to spend the next few moments just to breathe, to let it release and let it melt. If you're looking for a little bit more, you can always use your left hand on the top of your head as a little assist. Just gently let the weight of your hand help encourage your head over. Focusing on pulling your shoulder down, sending your fingertips out. Big inhale in. Exhale, gently release, hand first, then head, then arm. Same thing, side two. If this is getting too much on your feet, you can always come out and then come back in as well. Going into side two, reach your left hand out to the side. Your head's going to slowly fall over to the right, and then option if you'd like to put your hand on top of your head. Just an option, yeah? Really focus on reaching and extending your fingertips away from you as your shoulder melts down. You've got nowhere else to be but here right now, so allow yourself to just really experience this stretch, to feel all of that tension in your shoulder melt down and out your fingertips. One last inhale. Use your exhale to gently release your hand, and then your head, and then your arm. Nice work. We're going to slowly make our way down onto the mat. For our final resting pose, Shavasana. Go ahead and roll onto your seat. Sit up nice and tall, and then roll all the way down through your spine. Open up your hands, let your feet fall on your mat. And we'll use these final moments of class just to fully surrender into the floor. Feel your hips grounding down. Then I want you to imagine that you have a sandbag on each one of your shoulders. Take a big inhale in. And then on your exhale, feel all of the sand begin to drain out of your sandbag. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale in. Exhale, let all the sand melt away. Last big inhale. Feel the weight of the sandbag. Exhale, let it all drain out. I'm going to invite you to use these next few moments just to listen to your breath, to feel the rise and fall of your chest. If your mind wanders, it is totally normal. Just call it right back to your breath. Mindfulness is a practice, and it's not always going to be easy. Focus on feeling and being here and now. Continue to feel your breath rise and fall. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, or gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, starting to bring sensation back to your body. When you are ready, take as much time as you need, but you can gently roll onto one side on your mat, whatever feels most comfortable. Spend a moment lying there, being nice and heavy, and then when you're ready, press into the floor, bringing yourself back up to a seated position. Once you are seated, go ahead and take your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.